Ready, nade to try and delay, flash to try and support, but both kills go the way of the attack.
Into the lamps where Martin is creeping his way. He's got the timing, and it looks like he'll connect the shot. A site wide open for the plant, and a 4v2 now with 10 seconds left. GX, they won't be able to deny this plant.
A player that needs to be cleared and spotted and will be forced back. That's one at least. But the remaining players already sat in their after plant positions. Aves looking to brawl and will meet the same fate as his teammates just moments ago. Even still though, that clock is continuously ticking. The grab will pull them even further out on the time. And well, for Westside, he almost has to try and just stick this the entirety of the way. He's still going to land one of the penultimate shots. He's doing an incredible job, but that time is just too far gone at this stage. Elite has won the round. Westside.
GX come into this with a full eco. Still some ideas using that Viper wall we saw in the pistol.
And then with these more aggressive agents in combination, there's a lot of opportunities for them and not a lot of places you can really survive. Walls and stars in order for setup. And then you have that double initiator, which you can get Purpo into position, put extra players into position, even just throwing out further utility to try and delay. They have left them low. Runner just currently trying to hold onto his ground, and Purpo's done fantastically well. 15 seconds.
Well, the net very much trapped him, but plenty more players. Purpo's teammates ready with 8 seconds on the clock. Running it down is all they need to do, but they've been dropped immediately, though. Sugetsu now out of time. No chance for the plant, and there were 2 players ready to pounce. Undamaged retake that we're about to see come through. So much utility still in play. Bombarded by GX, but they run into that sonic sensor. First time. That's really caused a problem for them, and look how big a problem it is in the seconds it takes for that stun to fade away. The reset is there. Plenty of players ready to duel. Runner gets one even with the low economy that he had invested, but Aves cleans it up anyways.
I wonder if they're going to actually get caught out by the wall. Yet only one player makes it past. The rest is still stuck behind it. So that flank is now very well telegraphed. It gives time for Elite to isolate the rest of these duels. There's also a secondary player wrapping in from behind who actually has the spike. This is a very weird scenario. Maybe having to escape because of that TP. And Purpo, well, it's unfortunate that he's going forward, because if he went back, and their defense, Elite very much ready for it. And now Sugetsu is going to try and swing back in for the trades. It's Aves to finally find one, but look at the position of the spike. This is now no longer just, okay, we want to try and even up the playing field. This is, we have to battle.
The spike is retrieved, though, thanks to Martin, but they've left a big gap.
Possible. Martin has managed to get ahead of all of the utility, though, realizing he needs to fight aggressively, but is clear by Tomazi. Be a possibility, and he's realized it. Will just look to hold on to the gun, keep Tomazi kind of stuck in the mud. But he still manages to come out on top. 25 seconds, the spike now down on the ground. You feel like control needs to be garnered, and Tomazi is doing a fantastic job. He's been able to hold on to position. Their guns, though, might be about to disappear, but he jumps down to get the fight. Before that happens, it's now left all onto Elite, but he comes up big for a second. Purpo has to win the round with a classic.
Thrash is leading the charge, destroyed immediately. Mosh Pit to stop the push on the back of it. Runner picking off Martin. He's ahead of the pack thanks to that little bit of delay Runner put into play. It's beautiful from the side of GX as everybody falls, leaving Sugetsu to pick up the pieces. 1v5. So even if you're stood on the other side, they can reveal you and shoot you straight through it. Denied that opportunity for an early fight. So many players here for GX. They're ready to surprise them with a big swing that Aves shuts down. I need to see that one slowed down, sped up backwards and forwards. Give him the ace. Sugetsu stolen it. Surely, they're not...
30 seconds left.
Again, though, with this advantage, already going to see the showstopper. Well, it actually just ends up as a little boost trolled in a lot of these rounds, even when things haven't gone their way. Or saying that, though, that one got a little bit dicey. There was a chance, but with how little time, I think even then.
Aves now removed from the engagement. Sadik, though, up close, has to hold the line, buy them a bit more time, and he does just that. Already denying it at every step of the way. KC emerged victorious. Gecko flashback online, nade to clear back sight, pushes the lead into the open. Good pickup by Cloud. B site now thinned out a little bit. The herd of the defenders not posing quite the same threat. Purpo
still a bit wary on the attack. The players could be coming from behind, and because of that, there's a gap that's been found and exploited. Now Runner is all that remains. HP still in his favor. He's got to try and find both, and he will get neither.
I mean, realistically, the pressure, it's taking a while to come in. Now the clock starts to tick away. A few kills here for the side of GX would be fantastic. They're denied anything. Just the 10 HP taken off will be enough. GX, well, there's a flash just hit them. Big play through the TP. Elite and Abez Sadik even piping up, and the spike now dropped. The arc rose ready for Elite. Snake bite. Oh, the snake bite's got him at his feet. Precision from Westside, good for another. This round looked to be locked down, and instead there's a challenger. The smoke perhaps will give an advantage. There's a gap though, and Tamazi is holding it.
Their own utility out to try and escape, but maybe giving the game away instead. Hover's managed to, well, I was going to say dodge the majority of utility, but he ends up being caught. Pressure put onto Sadak left, completely blind. He just about gets around the corner, and the ult's going to be utilized instead. Even still, though, they're being pinched from the back. Tamazi again. He's been having a phenomenal game. Even still, they've lost runner. It still puts this down to just a one-man difference. But Tamazi, he wants a little bit more, seeming like he wants to punish KC for letting him go. And well, eventually, Zugetsu will take him out.
He has taken out the man he replaced, but a few more to drop, and it's Cloud wrapping. Elite, time to prove yourself. Drop down, good shot, but he's out wide. Cloud will find him, and Tamazi picks up the flank. Knows there's another here. Saw him step past just moments ago. The deadlock is on the A side. They don't know that the utility is on the other. They don't know the operator is here, and that Martin, well, he's left his teammate. Sold him down the river a little bit. But now the opportunity to claim an extra position, use that flash and pop out for another. Even going onto the shorty for a third.
Space so quickly.
Oh, despite being flashed up, the kill's not connected, but Martin still delivers. It's Tamazi that's dropped. Still, though, GX claiming a good foothold on the A site. There's not much else to say, you think, but Martin. Steel guard used to steal away those weapons. This could be a big problem. It's classics across the board. The shorty denied off rip. A brave play, to say the least. Elite in the open duels with those weaker weapons, but now the rifles are back online, and Runner needs to run. He needs to run now. He'll get the kill, but that spike is hot on his heels. Not quite gonna make it out. Being wallbanged. Decent nade, that's got him. Good night, Sadik. Shots to the body will be enough for the first, but Avez is the one to connect it. Bunny hopping out with a bookie. The numbers on GX left to 3. This round is not going anywhere, and neither are the remaining weapons. GX, mana advantage. Thrash and Viper's Pit online for the post blind. Cloud online with a kill onto Elite. It goes from bad to worse.
They're looking to try and find something. With the annihilation, the spam through onto the ult has worked. Put them into a 3v3 scenario.
It caught Avez.
And actually, it's gone a little bit more problematic. That Viper's Pit now down. 2 players remaining, but that time is ticking. They need to move on the other side. It's from Runner and Tamazi holding that line, and Martin is desperately low.
That may set their mind for them. In goes a grab, well, but Sugetsu's on the side. Call, I just assumed that because that's what it seemed they were going for, but Purpo, well, he went forward for the fight.
3 players here from the defense, 3 players here from the attack. This could end the round here, and now Martin, snappy aim.
Oh, you're done.
This is Cloud absolutely screwed. I thought for a second maybe he'd escape, but
a little bit more than they should. Tamazi's been spotted. He's boxed in, stuck in a corner, scared of the utility coming, and he should be. The stun is perfect. West side surrounded, and it's Avez. Direct Purpo. Choosing another angle to fight on. He's gone into heavy traffic unknowingly. With some of the fights that GX are looking for being denied early on. Plant coming through, big fight, and leaving GX with no foot to stand on. It's only Runner to give him the opportunities here. At least one, catching Avez off guard. So little time, in fact, sitting on the board. So many opponents now down to just 2, though. It's looking more and more doable.
Sort of talk. I have to wait and see Purpo again.
Probably he was jump peeking it. Either way, his head's been ripped off. He's out of the round, and so is Martin. Under pressure. Will at least buy himself a little bit of extra time. A good fight onto Purpo, having fragmented the rest of the squad. It's done well to give him a second breath of life, but there's just too many members coming through that choke point.
Chance for Elite. He found a gap. He's done some damage. The swing is isolated. Kyle goes alone, and now it's down to that 1 versus 1, and Elite takes it in the end. A Red Bull clutch to close it.
It's going to cost some time and leave Purpo isolated for this fight. He picked up Aves there. Sure, lost a lot of HP himself and goes down in the end, but it didn't look like it'd be that bad.
How far forward can Westside get? Okay, the immediate teleport out of there. Or Sugetsu watching from afar. Nice shots from Runner though. While Runner is looking for those sort of fights, an opportunity almost given to him, but now needs to try and find both. And won't get either. It's Sanak.
A lot of KC's players before that economic damage is felt. That's a good start from Westside. How much more? Well, there's at least one more. He's got his rifle out already. The man advantage to play with. He'll be shut down, but damage done. One left down to 5 and quickly dispatched up close. The fight's not looking better. KC only have Elite. An Outlaw, definitely not the ideal weapon for this. And the flash good, but the time gone. 1-1 already on the board for that wrap. Look where Martin is already.
This paranoia could get 3 players. There's going to be so many blinded already. Sugetsu picked off Elite the same. Looking like a clean retake with a little bit of extra damage, but stopping this diffuser is now impossible. They're going to try and bypass it. He's going to look to try and wrap in behind them. Westside, though, just with spam, has been able to do a large amount of damage. And although Martin is here, he is definitely noted. Immediately dealt with. Good trades out from Sanak by the wall. And Tamazi isn't just sitting there. They're even going to use the Nightfall to push them back. Still, Sugetsu wins that fight.
And take the TP. They'll push jump to take the fight and almost throw it away. Ran through the wall knowing where one player was. He didn't know about anyone else. Ran in to take the fight. That is a crazy risk to take in this round. I thought they would take fights and back off. Reset, create distance. They're doing that now.
I think he's got to be up there with the headshot percentage, but well, that's going to be quite easy in the end for GX. Having to dance and dodge. The flash is good, but still alive is Westside, and he's got support from Runner. Runner's the one to do the majority of damage, but Sugetsu's caught him.
Here and now. Nice fight by Purpo, though. He drops Elite. With time ticking down, he has to make a move. The swing into heavy traffic results. Smoke out, leaves Purpo behind it, but he's going to step forward to help his teammate Cloud under a lot of pressure. Purpo emerges and comes out a second time. Every time he's missing the cavalry until he's trapped behind that wall. So the nice little safe haven for KC with plenty of numbers to their back, but Westside behind them and a big flank around from Runner.
Towards that C site. A lot of utility put into play. Nightfall expended. Tamazi shoots the one thing he doesn't want to, but because the players are blinded, it doesn't matter. He's been able to hold back in that corner, and even with the wraparound from Sugetsu.
TP in behind, but not gonna work out with low HP on Sadak.
Ace.
Should be a formality just to take this one down. It's Clouds, 5th on the board. Onta's there for good information. So KC getting a little ahead of themselves, though. Caught lined up inside the smoke by Tamazi. GX have a huge advantage with players already rotated in. The pistols in play for KC, not finding their mark. It's only Purpo who's gone down. Cloud, we talked about his ultimate. They've
seen this player run away. This is a chance for him to just go absolutely ham. He's been having an insane game so far, waiting for another player, but they finally dealt with him. Westside, though, he's got to be careful. He still gets the kill while completely blinded. And Purpo then comes in as backup. By having the showstopper, Nightfall, they could opt to play retake, but they are taking a face-off fight.
Becomes an even bigger opposition. With the showstopper, the gap, that's nasty. Elite pops the arc rose, swings in, and takes him down.
To be wary of, Sugetsu is lurking in the darkness.
7-4 down with big rounds in the last couple. Opening pick, recovered by Martin. Huge play, but he's got players behind him. Sugetsu's covering.
Not playing within that pit. A little bit worried about the spam, but it doesn't matter when Martin's about.
And no follow through. Purpo down and out. I think that was a spam straight through as players towards that B site. He walks straight into them. Give him the info if the push comes down that way. KC cautious of the flank. They've cleared it out. Martin picking up Westside as well. Some utility removed. Tamazi steps it up, and he'll have to do a little bit more. Both players significantly tagged up, but 2 guns facing him. Up top is the next, and Aves is whipping it all. Tamazi gets the reload off, and time ticking away. It's a disaster for KC.
Serious pressure. Now he can sort of sit back behind this wall and hope that he only gets a 1v1 instead. Well, he's already down. And in fact, the player's looking to come in through B, getting into those. It's looking like a 5v5 post plan.
Cloud's going to be a key player. They're all looking at the site as that wall goes down, hoping to help out, but hasn't thinned the herd. Aves onto Purpo, site thinning more and more by the second. Tamazi won't get anything. His foothold now removed. And it's all onto Cloud with nothing.
A much more aggressive take once again. Stuck in the mud, but not much to capitalize on, although saying that Sugetsu does find the opener.
Seeing this confident face, Sadik stepping up as well to double up and shut down the A push.
It's going to reveal the position, or not quite at least, no. The sprint is coming through from Elite to try and support. Sugetsu might not need it, but that time is still ticking. It's all Sugetsu running it down in these early stages of the round. And a little bit of luck that's gone a long way. Tamazi finds the opener.
It's a big pick. That's an even bigger one. These numbers still in play.
He's
West side. Oh, he's been spotted. What a shot by Sugetsu. It's going to be the easiest because GX have already taken this into group setup. Pushed in together. 4 players now on site. Big swings coming through and trades not even needed. The ult economy as well, stacked up so heavily in GX's favor. They have all these safety nets to fall back in and they don't need any of them. Just about to round the corner, runner's gonna get, oh, what?
Okay.
Here comes the step up, the walk through, and primed and ready is Sadik, all 3, baby! Looking for the full house, there were plenty more to pick up, but okay, Cloud survives a moment longer, or until it fades away. Eventually, they decide to make a move. Steel Garden activated after runner's kill. Ready for the fight up close and delivering every step of the way. Elite at least recovers a single kill, and Sugetsu will group up with him. But the time is ticking and they need to move fast. It's already too late, especially with 3 players left. GX have bought themselves a 3rd map elimination.
Main takeaway for now, Martin, hello.
Nice, snuck himself into a nice spot and he's out scot-free. Flash to try and re-engage by the looks of things, and that's exactly what Martin does. They had adaptations, a little bit more difficult to do when you come in blind.
And definitely had high impact rounds. This won't be one of them though. Immediately reduced to ashes, trying to be proactive of those remaining players, and they are being picked apart all onto runner, and he is stuck on the site with utility going his way. Anything else? Seemingly unlikely. Post-plant utility doesn't really exist, but the shots are connecting. 2 kills, honestly not bad. A 3rd as well. Purpo's found 1 more. This is starting to get a little bit dangerous, but he has to get in onto that spike, look to try and deny, and he will not be able to. So you don't want to get too over-aggressive.
Sadik, there's a chance there. Back. Rifle is the one leading the charge here. It's Martin up close, but he's caught. Tamazi had a perfect spot. That rifle down in the open, no longer a concern. And the only man who was armed to the teeth.
Is it immediate TP out? I wonder if it might be... Oh, not quick enough. Martin thought he could get ahead of it. He did have a gate crash, but it doesn't matter now.
They've rotated so quickly because of this Cypher setup over on the A side. Has full control. 4 players there early. It's a good job they got that util down because they're still present on this side of the map. Oh, Purpo lucky to be alive, 15 HP. He's walked straight into it, or at least destroyed it. The player on top caught off guard. They didn't go all the way. Just hiding, waiting for Cloud's contact. Perfectly played so far, and it's Sadik who needs to force the issue. Finds a rocket to the face.
They do have a stack in the right place at the right time, but Purpo, I was about to say...
Gonna be elite, but still a clean shot nonetheless. That also gets added to that tally. Sadik dropped. We see less and less opportunity for, really the question is, can Elite make this costly? He drops 1, but that's not quite going to do it. So we're left to Martin, 1v4. See how many he could drop. The answer is they need picks inside of GX.
Salvo came back on. Already early trades, and well, Aves maybe caught in no man's land. There's been a couple of moments where I wonder if his own kit is becoming a burden. Sugetsu so close to hitting all of the shots, and Elite is coming in from behind as well. That's the spike down on the deck and catch out Sadik, who's just waiting with the Rolling Thunder. His only goal to delay, and that's exactly what he does.
Well, he's going to have the gate crash out. Leaves him up close on the site, and the shorty is deployed. They weren't ready for the op to be right down below them. And he stepped through the smoke for more. Now that's a bridge too far.
Door open. Purpo's been given the space to take the peek, and actually Cloud ends up winning it. And then Sugetsu, facing the wrong way, goes down. Is left onto the leader himself, but with 8 HP, there is no hope. Purpo Hasn't done too much damage, and again, they've missed the boat on purpose. Oh, they keep missing players in sand.
Yeah, it's a blind side, and it has come back to haunt them. Still, those two rifles are alive and putting in the work for him to make the play. He's up top. He's being spotted. Cloud's looking for the kill, but this player's on their way straight forward. That runner is concerned with Cloud picking up the top player. Ticks away. Sugetsu is just caught spinning back and forth between the angles, hoping to catch a kill.
Currently available for GX. They almost feel like they have to go proactive, and they already should have an idea. Well, it's eventually that spin to take down the close man, Amor Tamazi. He might want to try and take this one off his opponents, but it would have to be an utter miracle. In fact, he is completely trapped with the entirety.
The clear A main, now he's here, ready to help out with the beat hit. And it's a good thing too, because it starts with Elite going down. Aves though, the extra numbers not quite expected. He's going up into heavy traffic. They're stunned up that close. Sadik and Martin. Sadik make that.
How do you even get past this corner? And okay.
Just seconds ago, Sugetsu went in for the peek, and indeed, they've got the info. The execution, not quite there though.
Time to play with, but it's about isolating one of those jewels, and Elite is clean with it.
It's a fake. They want the fight, but in fact, eventually it's stuck, and they swing. That Outlaw not going to be as dangerous from those close corners. Classic thankfully shut down. If Cloud finds that kill, this round unravels very quickly. Instead, all they have to be cautious of is the Heaven play. Flash is even a little early, and a lot of the players aren't blinded by it, so easy cleanup. Yeah, afterwards. Decoy's going to be destroyed, but Cloud stays close. Martin, though, still blinded, and that's a third kill for Martin. And he's going to have a bit of a crossfire with Martin, who's just swung out wide. He hasn't hit his shots this time. It's Sugetsu who's picking up the pieces. That's 3 already. He'll be put to bed, but damage done to Cloud, and Aves and Elite have got time. Guided salvos online as well, and there it goes. Buying even more for this squad, and with 5 health and a 1v2, there is no way for Cloud to pull this across the line. It confirmed he's not defusing.
A bit of trouble here, but yet to really have that proper move onto him with all the utility just spamming him out. And while it is,
and it's towards the site that's stacked up. Cloud still here up top, west side under threat. Drop. Cloud gets 2 though, and with Martin taken down by Runner, Cloud gets a bit more time to reset, to take another fight and to win it. Still a little staggered, and when GX emerge, it's Martin to fall. It's everyone to fall, in fact.
Gone all across the map to get this one online. Stunned through to give him that opportunity, and while that is Cloud completely isolated, Orbital Strike though, he's just going to die to it. Plant just at the back of that site. Well, in fact, it's going to be denied anyway. Sadik has just come up with 2 huge kills. This is starting to fall apart a little bit for the side of GX as the IGL looks to do it all.
Now, this is an annoying thing to run into at all. Oh, okay. He got Aves. Thought it was Purple. Yeah, it was Runner that took down Aves. Although I think that off shot was on him anyways. Runner. Yeah, the gate crash got them that quick reposition, but Elite has been caught. The speedy approach working out with Runner's triple on the board. It's Sugetsu who has to clutch it out again. The defuse underway, and too many players between him.
Been able to get towards him.
Smashing in with smoke. He's safe. Inside his teammates smoke. They don't know what's going on. They're going to step into this unaware that the shorty is waiting. And they certainly don't know he's got an up to back it up. And that may just have gotten them the round. 12 on the board. Seconds left, and they're making the push blind. That TP hasn't worked out. Martin, big player for the side. Someone else has to step it up to keep KC's dreams alive. And it's a nightmare for this attacking side. Sugetsu and Elite left alone. 10 seconds left. Elite's gone. And with him, the hopes of this round have fallen. 13-10.